Yes, you read it right. There are bright side to a war that shocked me. But first, let me be clear. I don't encourage war. I support peace and I don't want anyone to be killed anywhere.
You killed my father! Prepare to die!
Except from terrorists, they should be swept out of this earth.
For peaceful purposes.
Let me say it again, I don't support war. But I'm an optimistic guy and a Harry Potter nerd. And in these difficult times, there's a quote that stuck with me.
Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times, if one only remembers to turn on the light.
Thank you, J.K. Rowling. Brilliant.
Good soup.
As someone who always tries to view the bright side and the good in everything, it's a bit dark and not a politically correct thing to say, but as artists, it's the kind of fuel and resources that we all strive for. Let me explain. In my daily life, I'm mostly apathetic, inert, calm kind of a guy. But due to art, for many of you artists and for me, art is therapy. For me, it's acting. Expressing my thoughts and emotions in ways that self-judgment and society don't allow us to. We're expected to act normal most of the time.
To be or not to be.
To answer good or even great whenever we ask,
How are you?
but we're not always great. And people don't want to listen to our problems because they got their own. So art is the only way where it hugs our flaws and we can express it fully. For me, acting is therapy and what keeps me sane.
The most, because I know you the most.
Think about it. To be the best actor as you can, you need to be as human and authentic as you can, right? One of our best qualities as humans is our ability to adapt and overcome.
You improvise, you overcome, you adapt.
Pain, trauma, emotions come and go and they heal themselves like a physical wound, which can be problematic for us artists. How do we keep the authenticity after doing several roles, monologue and countless auditions when the resources are not longer as strong? We seek other, new, even stronger resources.
Power at 400% capacity.
How about that?
And this is exactly what this war gave me. Plenty of emotions, fear, sadness, pride, but also happiness all mixed together at the highest dose that it will be a pity not to use. Are you an actor, like me, who struggles to cry? No longer. A writer with a writer blog. Just hear a story, visit a funeral or run to the shelter when the alarm go on. A painter, a dancer, a singer, no matter what. Because what is being an artist if not experiencing our humanity to the fullest? Now, I will say it again because it's a thin line that I'm walking on, but I don't encourage war, and I don't encourage any of you to experience one. But in difficult times, tribes do come together. As you see in movies, the Avengers come together to save the world. People come together to survive and so on. The same happens here. When I think about it, we kind of live in a movie. This unity slogan, we have no other country, makes people put aside their differences, political viewpoints and arguments to come together and help to those in need in ways you wouldn't even imagine. Volunteering, packing things for soldiers and families who lost their homes, adopting animals who lost their owners, and we have a WhatsApp group for artists who travel and try to put a smile on soldiers and evicted children's faces. You name it. This end of the world kind of feeling brings the best out of people. The amount of heroes that I heard of, I mean, the things they did. Rambo, John Wicks, the heroes that you watch on TV and you say, nah, this is unrealistic. It's nothing compared to what they did over here. Heroism also comes in the most human, down-to-earth kind of a way. People are much kinder and more patient to each other because the other might struggle with something.
It's not your fault.
Oh my God.
The most beautiful thing that I noticed there in this world is the need for love increases. There are so many funny and beautiful love stories that happen there in this world. As humans, the need for each other to express, to be heard and to feel safe becomes much stronger during uncertain times. We let ourselves to love and be loved. If I try to look at the bright side, which is tough.
Yeah, but it's not easy.
The greatest feeling out of this is unity, our most genesis instinct of feeling belong.
This is where I belong.
Funerals are stacked with people who came to show respect and share a tea with people they never met. Your soldier friend who comes home for a few hours for a shower and refresh.
Bring me back.
You love them more, you're more present with them, and you're grateful for your time because you might lose them. Or someone else that is close to you is something that I never encountered. How is it in team sports that the underdog, a much inferior team, beats the better one? This elevating kind of emotions for a greater cause are empowering. We have this high feelings like a drug that we belong, that we're not just individuals who walks on this earth. We become best friends with people that you wouldn't even talk to.
Hello.
That you meet on the street.
My name's Forrest Gump.
This fuck it YOLO vibe of the end of the world. As an artist, the materials that this war gave me, new feelings and emotions, script ideas, new collaborations with other artists. People just want to help and contribute in any way that they can.
Thank you. Thank you.
This feeling when you put a smile on someone's face, it's unmatched.
Let's put a smile on that face.
I wish no one else will lose their lives. I wish all of our kidnapped will return home safely and no more homes will be destroyed and it will all be over soon. But all of this good that this war brought with, I'm more than grateful for, and I wish it would stay long after. Is this war turn me emotional? I don't know, but I really do love each and every one of you. Also the ones who hate me just because of my identity.
Identity theft is not a joke, Jim.
I do love you and I wish you well, and if you're willing, I have just one piece of advice.
One last thing.
Try turn this hate into love. I promise you, it's addicting.